যদি প্রভুপাদ হয়তো তবে কি হয়তো এ জীবন বাহিত কিসে যদি প্রভুপাদ হয়তো তবে কি হয়তো এ জীবন বাহিত কিসে
चैतन्य चरित प्रेमामृत रस सारो कालन सुंदर सरल करिया के बुझाइता
यदि प्रभुपाद হয়তো তবে কি হয়তো এ জীবন বাহিত কিসে
प्रतमने राही के बदित हरिना के दिता मोदेरा पुरी वृंदावन मायापुर बतोधा আচারে প্রচারে সদা মাধেরে কে করিতা নিয়োজনা আচারে প্রচারে সদা মাধেরে কে করিতা নিয়োজনা যদি প্রভুপাদ হইতো তবে কি হইতো এ জীবন বাহিতা কিসে জানাসি বেলায় তা হরিণা তাদের আনিকাতে গঞ্জানাসি বেলায় তা হরিণা সব্য জীবারূপে গাড়িতে তাদেরা হইতো আগুয়া
যদি প্রভুপাদ হইতো তবে কি হইতো এই জীবন বাহিত কিসে
দেশে দেশে হরি বিগ্রহ সেবা আরতি রাত্রি দিনে দেশে দেশে হরি বিগ্রহ সেবা আরতি রাত্রি দিনে রথযাত্রা আদি মহোৎসব শুভ শিখায় তা কোন জানে
যদি প্রভুপাদ হইতো তবে কি হইতো এই জীবন বাহিত কিসে
গীতা ভাগবত চৈতন্য চরিত প্রেমামৃত রস সারো গীতা ভাগবত চৈতন্য চরিত প্রেমামৃত রস সারো কালনা সুন্দর সরল করিয়া কে বুঝাইতা
যদি প্রভুপাদ হইতো তবে কি হইতো এই জীবন বাহিত কিসে
কত কষ্ট শাহী প্রীতমানে রাহি কে বদিত হরিণা কে দিতা মোদেরা পুরী বৃন্দাবন মায়াপুর মত কে দিতা মোদেরা পুরী বৃন্দাবন মায়াপুর মত
যদি প্রভুপাদ হইতো তবে কি হইতো এই জীবন বাহিত কিসে
পরম মঙ্গল শ্রী চৈতন্য মহাপ্রভুরা শিক্ষাধন আচারে প্রচারে সদা মাধেরে কে করিতা নিয়োজনা আচারে প্রচারে সদা মাধেরে কে করিতা নিয়োজনা
যদি প্রভুপাদ হইতো তবে কি হইতো এই জীবন বাহিত কিসে
প্রেম কল্পতারু নিতাই করেরা
Hare Krishna to all devotees. Dandavat pranams. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhuscha evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. We welcome all of you to the second review session of the third and fourth chapter of Bhagavad Gita today. We shall begin the session by offering our obeisance to the lotus feet of Lord Krishna and invoking the blessings of all our gurus with Mangalacharan prayers by Kali Kumar Ghosh Prabhu. Over to you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। चैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजन सहित कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री कृष्ण श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विशुभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
Thank you, Prabhuji. Now we welcome Akshaya Bala Mataji to sing the Kirtan.
Hare Krishna. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Damodara Rati Vardhana Veshe Hari Nishkuta Vrinda Vipineshe Damodara Rati Vardhana Veshe Hari Nishkuta Vrinda Vipineshe Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Vrishabhanudari Navasashileke Lalita Sakhi Gunaramita Vishake Vrishabhanudari Navasashileke Lalita Sakhi Gunaramita Vishake Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Karunam Kuru Mai Karunam Bharite Sanaka Sanatana Varnita Charite Karunam Kuru Mai Karunam Bharite Sanaka Sanatana Varnita Charite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite गोकुलतारुणी मंडल महिते गोकुलतारुणी मंडल महिते राधे जय जय माधव दयिते राधे जय जय माधव दयिते राधे जय जय माधव दयिते हरे कृष्ण
Thank you so much, Mataji, for taking us on a divine journey through your Kirtan. In everything we learn, we have both theory and practical, isn't it? Similarly, in Bhagavad Gita too, we need to understand the slokas and apply them in our real life. So we now have Deepa Menon Mataji for conducting a quiz to understand how much we know about the different Bhagavad Gita slokas and the theory part of Bhagavad Gita. Over to you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Dandavat Pranam. Welcome all of you to the quiz session. We have 10 questions and the correct answer carries 2 points and 1 point for the past question. All right. Please make a note of your correct points and at the end, please update that in the chat box. Mataji, yes, Mataji.
The screen is visible, Mataji?
Yes. All right. These are based on the chapters 3 and 4 of Bhagavad Gita. The first question, what kind of process is necessary for reaching Krishna consciousness? You have 4 options. The first one, preaching process. B, purifactory process. C, Sankirtan process. And D, only options A and C among this. Yes, Shiv Kumar Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji, please answer. I'm not able to hear you. You've raised your hand.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Option A and C, that is the D.
Preaching and Sankirtan.
Process.
Are you sure?
Yes, Mataji.
Anybody else? Anybody else would like to try? All right, since nobody has raised their hand, the correct answer is actually purifactory process. Preaching and Sankirtan are part of that process. Now, what do you mean by purification? It is we are all living in the material world, right? So to purify ourselves and to reach the spiritual world, we need to follow the samskara, and that is basically the purification process. So that is what is essential for reaching Krishna consciousness. Okay?
Okay, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. All right, the next question. What is the purpose of Varnashrama Dharma in human society? You have 4 options. I hope everyone can see. The first option, to enjoy the material creation. The second one, to achieve our desires and aspirations. Third, to live a regulated life as prescribed in Vedic texts. Kritika Mataji has already raised hand. All right, Kritika Mataji.
Option C, to live a regulated life as prescribed in Vedic textbooks, so
Correct.
as to reach Vishnu, the goal of life.
Yes, correct. Very good. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
The next question, please. Lord Krishna wanted Arjun to become a pretender, perform his prescribed duties by fighting the war of Kurukshetra, Sankirtan process, or only options A and C. Yes, Mohandas Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Mohandas Prabhu. Please unmute yourself.
Option B.
Option B.
B, Mataji.
Prescribed. Yes, correct. Perform his prescribed duties by fighting the war of Kurukshetra. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mother. Hare Krishna.
The next question, all work done must be performed as a sacrifice to Lord Vishnu, because all work to be done is meant for satisfaction of Lord Vishnu. B, the kind of work done does not bound the performer by any good or evil reactions. C, work is worship. And D, only options A and B. Yes, just go through the options quickly. Yes,
Option A. Option A.
Kritika had raised. Yes, Kritika?
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
I go with option B, which says that kind of work does not bound the performer by any good or evil reactions.
Okay, any other answer? Yes, Saurabh?
Yeah,
Option
Hare
A,
Krishna
Mataji.
Mataji, Dandvat. It is option D.
Option D. Yes, option D is the correct answer. So I'll give you 1 point for that.
Okay.
Because both A and B are correct. All work that we do is for the satisfaction of Lord Vishnu or Krishna, and it will not bound you to any fruitive results. So the correct answer is option A and B. Okay, so the option is D. Thank you. Which of the following is the meaning of Dravya Yajna? Sacrificing one's possessions, sacrifice in austerities, sacrifice in the study of the Vedas, or sacrifice in advancement of transcendental knowledge. No hands up yet. Yes, Mohandas Prabhu.
Option A, Mataji. Sacrificing one's possessions.
Correct. Very good.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So
Hare
Mohandas Prabhu has got that right. Okay. The next question. The function of demigods is to maintain the affairs of the material universe, supply food grains, serve Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or only option C. I'm not being able to see all the hands, but okay. Shiv Kumar, let me see anyone else. Okay, Shiv Kumar Prabhu.
Option C, Mataji, serve Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
All right, let me check others. Yes, Mohandas Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji. C option.
C option.
Serve
Okay,
Krishna.
Saurabh Prabhu.
Mataji, option A, maintain the affairs of material universe.
Yes, the functions of the demigods. Demigods are part and parcel of Krishna only, or actually limbs and arms of Krishna. So their main function is to maintain the affairs of the material universe. Okay, so the correct answer is option A. So Saurabh has got the point. Thank you, Prabhuji. The next question, who imparted transcendental knowledge of Bhagavad Gita to Ikshvaku? Sorry. Sujit Prabhu?
Sun god Vivaswan.
No. Any other hands?
Manu.
Oh, yes, Mohandas Prabhu.
Yes, option C, Manu.
Yes, Manu.
Mataji.
That's correct.
Manu.
It is Manu. So
Yes,
from Krishna to Vivaswan, Vivaswan to Manu, Manu to Ikshvaku.
That's all.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
The next
Thank you.
question, select the correct options. The varnas are written and their modes are given. So let me see whose hands are up. Same hands. Only Mohandas Prabhu. All
Correct.
right, Mohandas Prabhu.
Option A, Mataji.
Option
Brahmana mode of goodness.
is the only correct option, is it? Did you
Yes,
go through all of them?
Yes, all of them, Mataji. D.
Yes,
Option
it
D.
is actually D. All are correct. But since
That's
you
one.
said first A, I'm not counting this because the correct answer is option D. Brahmanas are mode of goodness, Kshatriyas mode of passion, Vaishyas mode of passion and ignorance. So all the options are correct actually.
Correct.
Right. Hare Krishna. The next
Correct.
point, next question. Meaning of akarma in karma is? I'm seeing the same hands all the time. Yes, Kritika Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I think it is inaction, inaction.
That is option C.
C.
Correct.
Yes.
That's correct.
Oh,
Perfect.
thanks.
Inaction in
Hare Krishna.
action. That's correct. So we are not, we perform our duties without attachment and offer them to Krishna. That's what it means. Hare Krishna. The next question and the last question. Proper analogy for desiring only basic necessities is something similar to our real life. What do you mean by desiring only basic necessities? Does it mean like a machine which needs oiling? Does it mean hand as a part of the body? Work to gain material popularity or serve to gain spiritual popularity? Yes, Saurabh Prabhu?
Mataji, option A, as a machine part needs oiling.
Yes, correct. As a machine part needs oiling. It's basically just like a machine, we need to oil the machine to make it work. Similarly, our body is, we need to keep it fit to serve Krishna. So that's the analogy. Well, can you all please put up your points in the chat box so that we can read out? Aishwarya Mataji, can you just check? I think Kritika Mataji has got 4 points. Mohandas Prabhu has got 5 points. Saurabh Prabhu has got 2 points. Is that correct? I cannot see them updating the points because it's difficult to see the questions and then write down the points at my end. I hope you have made a note. I wish more people had participated. Just few of them kept raising their hands. Yes, Kritika Mataji. So you've got 4 points, right? Yes, thank you. And Mohandas Prabhu. Yes, Mohandas Prabhu. 5 points, am I right?
Yes, Mother. 5 points.
Very good, thank you. And Saurabh Prabhu, 2 points.
Hare Krishna Mataji, I joined late. I do not know. I answered 3 answers.
Okay, fine. So you got 2 of them correct. So 2, actually it was past the second attempt after the questions passed. So it is 2 points. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Thanks a lot, Deepa Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Kandapurna Mataji. Thank you.
Pranam. The Bhagavad Gita, as we all know, is the manual for our life. Bhagavan Krishna has given many important slokas which we always need to remember and apply in our life to succeed. Now, we have Sumati Suresh Mataji and Sumati Ravi Mataji who will recite the important Bhagavad Gita slokas from chapter 2. Over to you, Matajis. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 30. Dehi nityamavadhyoyam dehe sarvasya bharata tasmat sarvani bhutani na tvam shochitumarhasi. Dehi nityamavadhyoyam dehe sarvasya bharata tasmat sarvani bhutani na tvam shochitumarhasi.
Translation: O descendant of Bharata, he who dwells in the body can never be slain. Therefore, You need not grieve for any living being.
Shloka 40. नेहाभिक्रमनाशोऽस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते स्वल्पमप्यस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात् नेहाभिक्रमनाशोऽस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते स्वल्पमप्यस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात्.
Translation. In this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear.
Shloka 41. व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिरेकेह कुरु नन्दना बहुशाखा ह्यनन्ताश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनाम् व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिरेकेह कुरु नन्दना बहुशाखा ह्यनन्ताश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनाम्.
Translation. Those who are on this path are resolute in purpose, and their aim is one. O beloved child of the Kurus, the intelligence of those who are irresolute is many-branched.
Shloka 44. भोगैश्वर्यप्रसक्तानां तयापहृतचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समाधौ न विधीयते भोगैश्वर्यप्रसक्तानां तयापहृतचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समाधौ न विधीयते.
Translation. In the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence, and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination for devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place.
Shloka 45. त्रैगुण्यविषया वेदा निस्त्रैगुण्यो भवार्जुन निर्द्वन्द्वो नित्यसत्त्वस्थो निर्योगक्षेम आत्मवान् त्रैगुण्यविषया वेदा निस्त्रैगुण्यो भवार्जुन निर्द्वन्द्वो नित्यसत्त्वस्थो निर्योगक्षेम आत्मवान्.
Translation. The Vedas deal mainly with the subject of the three moods of material nature. O Arjuna, become transcendental to these three moods. Be free from all duality and from all anxiety for gain and safety, and be established in the self. Sloka 2.46. Yavanartha udapane sarvatah samplutodake tavan sarveshu vedeshu brahmanasya vijanataha yavan artha udapane sarvatah samplutodake tavan sarveshu vedeshu brahmanasya vijanataha.
Translation. All purposes served by a small well can at once be served by a great reservoir of water. Similarly, all the purposes of the Vedas can be served in one who knows the purpose behind them.
Point 59. विषया विधिवर्तन्ते निराहारस्य देहिनः रसवर्जं रसोऽप्यस्य
Sumati Suresh Mataji, your voice is breaking, Mataji. I'm not sure if it is only for me.
No, we can't hear.
विषया विनिवर्तन्ते निराहारस्य देहिनः रसवर्षं रसोऽप्यस्य हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण
Yes, Mataji. Now it is better, Mataji.
Okay, I'll repeat. विषया विनिवर्तन्ते निराहारस्य देहिनः रसवर्जं रसोऽप्यस्य परं दृष्ट्वा निवर्तते विषया विनिवर्तन्ते निराहारस्य देहिनः रसवर्जं रसोऽप्यस्य परं दृष्ट्वा निवर्तते.
Translation. Though the embodied soul may be restricted from sense enjoyment, the taste for sense objects remains. But ceasing such engagements by experiencing a higher taste, he is fixed in consciousness.
श्लोका 2.62 ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः सङ्गस्तेषुपजायते सङ्गात् सञ्जायते कामः कामात् क्रोधो विजायते ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः सङ्गस्तेषुपजायते सङ्गात् सञ्जायते कामः कामात् क्रोधो विजायते.
Translation. While contemplating the objects of the senses, a person develops attachment for them, and from such attachment, lust develops, and from lust, anger arises.
श्लोका 2.63 क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति.
Translation. From anger, complete delusion arises, and from delusion, bewilderment of memory. When memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost, and when intelligence is lost, one falls down again into the material pool.
श्लोका 2.64 रागद्वेषविमुक्तैस्तु विषयानिन्द्रियैश्चरन् आत्मवश्ये विधेयात्मा प्रसादम् अधिगच्छति रागद्वेषविमुक्तैस्तु विषयानिन्द्रियैश्चरन् आत्मवश्ये विधेयात्मा प्रसादम् अधिगच्छति.
Translation. But a person free from all attachment and aversion and able to control his senses through regulative principles of freedom can obtain the complete mercy of the Lord.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Mataji. Now, to guide us all better in this path of bhakti, we have Mukunda Murari Prabhu, a senior devotee, to share his realizations and tips on how to do daily sadhana. A small introduction about Prabhuji. Mukunda Murari Das Prabhuji got introduced to Krishna consciousness in the year 1995. He got initiated in 1996 by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. Got second initiation in 1998. He served Mathura Desh, Muscat, Middle East between 1996 to 2014, conducting Bhakti Vrikshas, seminars, and outreach programs as preaching seva. During 2008 to 2014, he served as temple president in Mathura Desh. In 2015, he moved to Balaram Desh, that is Bahrain, and currently is serving as Bhakti Vriksha Development Committee in charge in Balaram Desh. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Let us all welcome Prabhuji by chanting Hare Krishna once. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Over to you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to interact with all of you. It's a great pleasure to be always discussing with devotees. If it is not inconvenient to you, you can switch on your video. Otherwise, I'm feeling like talking to black screen. So if it's not inconvenient to some of you, I don't know. Okay. So first, I would like to thank Her Grace Prema Bhakti Mataji for giving me this again this opportunity to take all of your association through this Zoom meeting. It's amazing. Krishna somehow arranges, although we have not met or talked to each other, but somehow Krishna puts, bring the devotees together and talk about him, Krishna Katha, right? So Mataji, Prema Bhakti Mataji, I know her for a long time. So she requested to me speaks about some realization in my journey in Krishna consciousness. I'm not a very self-realized devotee or having great realization, but whatever comes to my mind, I'll share with you. So whatever you feel useful for you, you can take it up. Okay. Can I share the screen? Is it possible?
Yes, Prabhuji, you can.
Yeah. Okay. You are able to see the screen?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So welcome to Nitai Chaitanya Chandradam. This is our altar in Balaram Desh. The Lordship Shri Jagannath Bhagdev Subhadra Mai Sudarshan, Nitai Chaitanya Chandra, and Laddu Gopal, Shri Narsimhadev Bhagavan, Ya Tulsi Maharani, our Guru Parampara. My wife, she is initiated by His Holiness Romapal Swami Maharaj, and he stays in US. He is doing preaching in North America. You can see the servants of Nitai Gaur Chandradam. They are very mercifully engaging us in their service. So have my son Prahlad, my wife Rajeshwari Devidasi, seeking blessings from all of you today. I came to Krishna conscious in the year 1996, and you can see here in this photo, some of you may be aware, His Grace Vijay Venugopal Prabhu and Grace Prema Padmani Mataji, who have been preaching in Middle East, and they actually pioneered Krishna conscious movement in Mathura Desh, Muscat. And there was no temple, ISKCON temple there, but their house itself was a temple, and they had a big house, and we used to congregate on Friday. So Fridays are weekly holiday, like Sunday you have, and we have full morning program, and Prabhu used to give Bhagavatam class. So it all started like that. Actually, it all started unknowingly to me. I don't know how I became a devotee. I attended one program invited by one devotee in Prabhu's Mataji's house, and I went there and I saw these devotees were jumping. So I thought, what is this happening here? I never saw like that in anything before in my life. So I was not very impressed actually. I'm from basically a Sri Vaishnava family, Orthodox family. We never seen that devotees are, of course they were chanting Hare Krishna Rama. I thought, okay, they are chanting Krishna Rama, fine. But why they are jumping? I didn't understand anything about it. So that was the first meeting. But then they gave very nice prashad. They took my phone number, everything, all details, they took it from me. So that went, and then I didn't attend later on. Then later on, one time Guru Maharaj came. Somehow I attended that program also. And then there was a long gap. I didn't attend any other program. And just see the mercy of the Lord and the devotees and the prasadam. Somehow he makes arrangement that come back to him again. So what happened actually is that one devotee, senior devotee, was he came and joined in my office, and it was so arranged that actually he was supposed to be in another department, but he was wrongly posted, and he came and joined, and he was with me for 2 weeks, as if Krishna personally sent a person to reclaim me. So that was some amazing arrangement by the Lord, although I am no qualification for that. So I was asking questions about all these things, and he was saying Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I said, even though I was a Sri Vaishnava, I didn't have any clue or understanding about it. I know that we worship Narayana, but how? I asked him, how you are saying Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead? Then he quoted a lot of verses and slokas from Bhagavad Gita, and he completely taken over me. And I said, I don't know anything about all these things. So somehow that flame of Krishna consciousness was ignited by that devotee. His name is Vijnanashna Govinda Das. He's there in Shyamadesh right now. He's basically from Trichy. So it started from that. From that time onwards, I started regularly attending the programs. And somehow later, by the mercy of His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, I was initiated. And then later, after 2 years, I took initiation, second initiation also from Muscat. So what is that actually in Krishna consciousness? What are we looking for? We all, mostly from India, all people go to foreign countries to earn money, right? That's why we are in Gulf, especially in Gulf. So we came to Gulf to looking for some extra money, extra dollar, extra dinar or real, whatever it is. But then ultimately, as the days goes, I realize what I am actually gaining. So the real wealth, it's what I am going to talk about it, what I have gained in this 25 years or 30 years in Krishna consciousness. So I made an acronym for wealth. The first is W, work or service for Krishna. And second is for enlightenment. Third, association of devotees. And love for Krishna and devotees, L. And T is tolerance. And H is the holy name and the humility. So I realized that as I am getting older and older in Krishna, so I see these are the real wealth which the devotees have, the Lord, Srila Prabhupada, Guru Parampara, the devotees, they are giving us all these things. I'm sure all of you are also very wealthy, but all this wonderful thing you have got from the Lordship. So I will just go through some of those things in brief, how we are also wealthy by how our forefathers, the spiritual masters, they have given this wealth of Krishna consciousness to all of us. Materially, we all earn some money according to our karma, we get some fruits of our activities. But spiritually, everyone is made wealthy, and everyone can become so much wealthy in the path of Krishna consciousness. So in the association of devotees, we have the opportunity to serve the Lord so many ways, as we are doing in the Navamita Bhakti. There are so many opportunities are available. Even though we are in Gulf, we never feel that we are in Gulf. We are in the spiritual world, in the sense that we are always associating with devotees. Always there is some or other programs are going on. And we actually, it is all mercy of His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj that he has empowered his servants, and because of their mercy, that we get plenty of opportunities. And we don't have time for anything else. And especially in Balram Desh, where at present I am here, we have a temple here just 5 minutes walk from my house. In Muscat, of course, we didn't have a temple, but we have a congregation. We congregate in the hall or public hall like that. But in Balram Desh, we have ISKCON temple. This is the only place where we have ISKCON center is there. So we get a lot of opportunities to do deity seva, all kinds of seva. Any seva you want, everything is available. So this is one of the greatest asset I can consider, because without service of the Lord, what is the purpose of the life? So to get service, it's not so easy. I know in India it's so difficult that people are, not all, everyone is fortunate to stay near the temple. Of course, you can do seva to your home, but if there is a temple nearby, there is a unlimited opportunities are there to serve the Lord. So we celebrate all the festivals, we do everything. So we don't feel like we are in a foreign country. So amazingly, it is Krishna's arrangement. Like Prabhupada says that every ISKCON center is actually, they are not in the part of the material world. They are in the spiritual world. Prabhupada used to say that one, that don't think this temple is in the material world. It is Vaikuntha. So that we can feel it. So I am able to understand and realize as the days goes that how it is our consciousness which makes we are in the material world or we are in the spiritual world. So if we get absorbed in our services, then naturally you feel that you are in the spiritual world. So we have so many devotees who visit regularly here. Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj used to visit before the stroke. He had stroke. He used to come frequently, twice in a year, at least in Muscat, and here in Balram Desh also. Yeah, Bhakti Vinod Swami Maharaj. So many sannyasis, they keep visiting in Muscat, and there is plenty of opportunity to serve them. So this is something very, very rare. In Kali Yuga, how many, it's so pure devotees are themselves are very rare, and to serve them is another great opportunity. So this is something which cannot be, you cannot value all these things actually. So therefore, I consider that these are my real wealth. And then we conduct children program. My wife, she conducts a lot of children program, and for the fund, we also conduct for the youth. So many opportunities there are there. So the only problem for all of us is that we don't have enough time. The only complaint everyone gets is they don't give enough time for themselves. So that much activities are there going on everywhere. Or Bhakti Virsha. So it was in 1996, actually the whole Bhakti Virsha system picked up, started the congregational preaching. And I was really excited about this Bhakti Virsha program when it was introduced. His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj came to Muscat, and he talked about how this Bhakti Virsha system and His Holiness and His Grace Prema Padmani Mataji and His Grace Vijay Venugopal Prabhu, they really pushed. And then it was like a big tsunami that so many devotees started attending. They conducted preaching program in their house. And it suddenly, we had started with only 4-5 Bhakti Virsha program, and immediately in a matter of 2 years, it became 75 Bhakti Virsha programs. So it was amazing to see that the exponential growth by doing Bhakti Virsha. Actually, the Bhakti Virsha is the real preaching program by which we can reach out to so many people who are not close to temple. And now it's more easy by doing Zoom, through Zoom meeting only, you can do all the Bhakti Virsha program. So anywhere, anybody can join this program. So it's an amazing opportunity to preach Krishna consciousness. And I see that after the pandemic, actually, there are many people who have become devotees. So this is one of my favorite, I can say, services to conduct Bhakti Virsha, to help others also to conduct Bhakti Virsha program and reach out to new people. It gives a lot of satisfaction that when we reach out to the new people and somebody is picking up Krishna consciousness, they start chanting and they become devotees. There is nothing like more satisfaction than anything else, right? So this is another amazing experiences I have undergone. And for E, the enlightenment, as you all know, that there is no shortage of knowledge, enlightenment we can get from Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and Chaitanya Charitamrita. As I am experiencing new and newer, fortunately, I got the opportunity to do some preaching seva, and Mayapur Institute is very kind to engage me in conducting Bhakti Shastri class. So it's very enlightening, and to talk about Krishna. Actually, I don't know how many of you are doing Bhakti Vriksha leaders, but I'm telling you, those who are not yet started doing Bhakti Vriksha, you must all become Bhakti Vriksha leaders and conduct a individual program. And you can really feel that one. And also, as you can grow, and you can also become Bhakti Shastri teachers. You can do Bhakti Shastri and become Bhakti Shastri teacher. It's so amazing when you become do the service of teaching. You have to study really well, and you have to really put all the efforts. Generally, what happens, we hear many things, many of those things also. There's a joke is there, ISKCON se USKCON, right? In ISKCON we say that one. We hear from one ear and then we pass it on through the other ear. But when you become a real teacher, you cannot pass it on. You have to retain it. So that is the experience I feel. So many things which I didn't focus, but when I have to do teaching, then I have to really focus on those things. Why Prabhupada is talking like this? Why this point is given? What is the result? Why it cannot be otherwise? So many questions comes up, and you should have answers to all these things. For that, you have to really study deeply. But it keeps you absorbed. That is the wonderful thing about this process. So that we are ever grateful to Srila Prabhupada for giving his, she's giving he's given his blood to write all these books and for the welfare. He knows that he will not be staying in this earthly planet for a long time, but just to save all of us, he has given all these books. So please read it nicely, and as we grow old, we may not have all the strength later on. So when we have enough, when we are at the young age, we should make the best use of this by reading again and again for our whole lifetime. Even one lifetime is not sufficient to read all Prabhupada books. And also, as I said, for A, Association of Devotees, we celebrate everything in the Association of Devotees. And it's so amazing that, before coming to Krishna consciousness, we don't know anybody. But after coming to Krishna consciousness, so many of us come close together, and we develop a relationship, and we become one family. It's amazing. So I am very fortunate in that sense that so many devotees in Mathura Desh, in Balram Desh are there to really give me enthusiasm, to make me enthusiastic, to motivate me. And seeing the wonderful services, I'm getting inspired to serve them. So this is really amazing. Association of Devotees there is no comparison at all. So I'm very grateful. We go to we celebrate everything. We not only celebrate temple programs, we go for a picnic. This is one desert area, and I'll show you this video clip. It's a desert. You can see here. Oh, sorry.
Prabhuji, the sound is not audible, Prabhuji.
1 second. You are not able to hear the sound?
No, Prabhuji. While sharing, there will be a small checkbox, share sound. You can click that.
Okay. Wait. I will reshare 1 minute.
Chaitanya Nityananda
Okay, that was a short clip. So you can see, although it this is a desert area, but still there are devotees out there singing happily, chanting Krishna's holy name. It's something inconceivable. By Gauranga Mahaprabhu's mercy, all these things are happening here. Okay. Okay, so that is for association, and for L, love for the Lordship, Sri Radha Krishna. Srila Prabhupada was asked once, what is the most pleasing service a devotee can do so that he is pleased? Prabhupada says, you just love Radha and Krishna. That is what he wants his devotees, right? So, to come to Prema Pumartha Mahan, that's the ultimate goal everyone wants. That's the goal of a devotee in Krishna consciousness. Ultimate, we want Radha Krishna Prema. So we cannot even fathom what is this love of Radha and Krishna Prema, but at least we can understand from the great acharyas, the wordings. It's such a high realization, but we have been given an access to get into that, or to on the path. We are on the right path to get it. We may take one lifetime or two lifetime or many lifetimes, but we are on the right path. So that itself gives understanding that how fortunate we are by the Lordship, how fortunate the devotees for us to engage in the service of Sri Radha Krishna. So for L, I consider this as a greatest boon, or is the greatest wealth for us. And for tolerance, for T, I put as tolerance as, in Krishna consciousness, just because we are devotees, it's not that life is going to be always, rosebud. Our paths are filled with roses. There will be always some kind of difficult situation everyone has to undergo. I'm sure everyone has experienced or will experience at certain point of time. But the greatest thing is that I realized devotional the time of difficult situations. Krishna ensures that we are able to cross over the difficult situation. So we underwent a very difficult situation in the year 2014, where we have to leave Mathura Desh due to my official circumstances. But by the prayers of all the devotees, by the prayers of Guru Maharaj and all the Vaishnavas, Krishna, although but again, Krishna gave me the opportunity to place me in Balram Desh. So after that situation, I went and met His Holiness Jayapata Swami Maharaj in Calcutta. And I asked him that I want to be in the association of devotees just like I was. And immediately after 1 month, I got an opportunity in Balram Desh, Bahrain. So I was more or less in the same association of devotees. So I just prayed so that my wife, my son Prahlad, all three of us can practice in a place where we can practice Krishna consciousness. That was my prayer. And Krishna was so merciful to give that opportunity once again. What a great opportunity to be here and get the association of these devotees and able to do services. So for T, that I take as tolerance is one of the qualities which a fraction of that quality somehow Krishna has giving me. And for the last, for the wealth, humility is the rarest thing, that understanding that actually sometimes the devotees feel, I also feel that to please Krishna, to do something, we have to do something great. Then only Krishna can be pleased. Actually, then I understand that it's not that we have to become great scholars or to become as Krishna. We just have to remain as humble servant. That's all. As His Holiness Bhakticharya Swami Maharaj says, the real wealth in Krishna consciousness is humility. We don't have to become a big devotee, rather we have to become a humble devotee. That is what is very important. So the last one I will say is the holy name. Of course, you can all know that one. There is nothing compared to the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. You know, there is a very interesting story is that there was once a sage who was called Lomasha Rishi. You must have heard Lomasha Rishi. His body is filled with hairs, hairy body has got. For every year that he lived, he had a hair fall from his body. So he was very old. And the sage was terrible. He had this problem, itchiness in his body. So he went to see his friends to search for help. And he was saying it's ridiculous that he's saying, I'm trying to concentrate on meditation, but I have this intolerable itching. So what should I do? So the sage friend said that you should go to the house of the most sinful person and you should take his remnants. So the sage immediately went to the house of the most sinful person, who at that time happened to be Ajamila. And so Ajamila was at home, but he was not at home, but his wife was. So she asked, who is this person? So he said, she thought maybe somebody has come for some food. So she started immediately making prasadam to give to this Lomasha Rishi. But he said that I don't want prasadam, I want to take your husband remnants. She was very surprised that how is such a person sage want to eat the remnants of a Ajamila who is a sinner. But anyway, she gave the sage Ajamila's remnants, and he ate the remnants and he walked away. And as he was going back, amazingly, his itchiness was disappearing from his body. So he thought that I should do, oh, it's amazing that by taking the remnants of Ajamila, I'm getting cured. So he thought that he should go and bless that wife. So he went back and he asked, what is the name of your child? And she said that some Karmi name, she said, this is the name of the child. Then Lamashi said, no, you should call your son as Narayana from now onwards. So we know that story, how that Ajamila was about to die, he called the name of Narayana and he got the second chance, right? So what's the moral of the story? That holy name is the greatest gift that what we can give to people. So once Mahaprabhu was in Jagannath Puri, the many devotees, Gragastas, they used to invite Mahaprabhu for giving prasadam, honor prasadam they used to invite. Mahaprabhu said, I will come to the house of the devotees, those who have 1,000 gold coin. So all the devotees were perplexed. 1,000 gold coins, where will go? Devotees are generally very, moderate people. They don't have 1 or 2 gold coins. Where will they go for 100,000 gold coins? So they feel very sad. They felt very sad. Then his secretary, Swarup Damodar, he said, actually, Mahaprabhu, what he meant is those who chant 1,000 holy names of Krishna every day. To those house, Mahaprabhu will come. So so we can understand how much Lord Chaitanya is insisting to chant the holy name, and he is inundated the whole world with Krishna's holy name. So that's the power of the holy name. And of course, so therefore, as Rupa Goswami says he says that Tunde Tandavani Ratim Vitanute Tundavali Laptai Karna Krodha Kadambini Katayate Karnar Budepya Spruham Chetaha Prangana Sangini Vijayate Sarvendriyanam No Jane Janitya Kyabdir Amritai Krishneti Varnadvai. He says that I do not know how much nectar the 2 syllables Krishna have produced. And he says that when the holy name of Krishna is chanted, it appears to dance within his mouth. And then we desire many, many mouths. When that name enters into our holes of the ears, we desire many millions of years. And when the holy name dances in the courtyard of the heart, it conquers the activities of the mind, and therefore the senses become inert. So ultimately, we all have to come to this stage where we can incessantly chant the holy name and get drenched in pure love of Krishna. So I sincerely pray to all of you once again, please give your blessings and pray to the Lord. So at some point of my time, either this time, I don't know how long, how many lifetimes it will take, that I can come to this stage and chant the holy name incessantly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you once again. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
It was very nice to hear or your sharing your realizations and to understand the true meaning of real wealth. It was great to see so many people taking part in Bhakti Vishta programs, and as you said, dancing to the holy mantra in the desert, which is really unbelievable. It was very inspiring to see how you explained about Bhakti Viksha, Shastri, Bhakti Shastri, service to the devotees, lords. It's not us, but it is you who need to bless all of us to grow and succeed in the bhakti with Radha Krishna's mercy and prema, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranams, Prabhuji.
Yeah, I'll just take 2 more minutes. My wife Rajeshwari Devidasi, she would like to say some words. Prema
Sure, Prabhuji.
Bhakti Mataji wanted her to speak something.
Hare Krishna. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, Mataji.
Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilita Vena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hare Krishna. Are you all from Tamil Nadu?
I guess we are, this is the English class and we have devotees from all over the world.
Okay, then I'll speak in English. I joined ISKCON in 1996 when my Guru Maharaj's disciple, Guru Maharaj is His Holiness Rompa Swami Maharaj. His disciple Leela Purushottam Das Prabhuji was preaching in a college, Bits Pilani, and there I was in my first year of my college, and I met the devotee there, and also so many boys and girls were also part of the movement, and I started attending Bhagavad Gita classes. Then like that 2-3 years practiced in the campus. Then when I came to Chennai, I remember meeting Prema Bhakti Mataji very once or twice like that in the temple. Then it was in Burkitt Road, not in Injambakam that time. So it was going on like that, but then there was a requirement from my parents that I should get married. Then by Guru and Gauranga's mercy, I got a devotee husband. It was a very big struggle, or you can say a prayerful journey that time. So I would actually share that with all of you, that when we are very determined, Krishna actually fulfills our desire, that whenever we desire for devotee association, whenever we want to advance in spiritual life, Krishna definitely helps us. Because when I joined, I was only 18 years like that, and I did not have any future plan that how I will continue my 16 rounds of chanting. But just because of Guru and Gauranga's mercy only, because I took shelter of Guru, very earnestly I took shelter of Guru. So by the mercy of purely the pure devotee blessings, this is possible. So now over 20 years we are practicing in the Gulf, Krishna conscious activities we are doing. It's all mercy of Jayapatha Swami Maharaj disciples who are mercifully giving association in the Gulf here. And just I'll conclude in a minute that I have a son, Shri Prahlad, now 10th completed. He's in his 11th standard. So in this this one, what I saw was, whenever we are able to give Krishna consciousness practices, training, we have to do it in the very early age, when they are 3, 4, 5 years. From the beginning, we should give this training, then it stays with them. And we should set an example for our children, what kind of services we have to do. We have to set example, because just preaching will not help. We have to do that ourselves, then that will make them do. That was one point. And another, recently like I am trying to tell my son that you have to do everything to please Krishna. Don't get attached to the result. But when I was actually trying to see in my heart what I was doing, I was also attached to the result. Like this fruits of our action, no fruitive worker. They say this fruitive worker are the karmis. That nature is there. Even after practicing for so many years, we are so attached to the fruits of our actions that we either we want to enjoy the results or we want only good results. We are not attached to what is pleasing to Guru and Krishna. So actually, I was trying to think about it. Like, the first few board exam papers were very easy and he was getting full marks. Suddenly in one paper, he was little bit feeling, it was difficult. Then I analyzed and I was trying to reach to myself that we actually only by our own giving up the attachment to the result, we can win over the struggle together. Me and my son can win over this struggle together, making only our eternal goal as Krishna consciousness, pleasing Guru and Gauranga as our goal, and not feel any kind of attachment to the fruits of our work. So then why we have to do the work? Then it is again to assist Krishna, assist the mission of Srila Prabhupada. Only for that we are doing the work. So when the attachment only to pleasing Krishna is our goal, then things become more, easier and very successful life we can live. And another point which, which I am trying to give to my son is this, making him walk the path of dharma, because the path of dharma may be very difficult for, because we may be feeling alone in that path. Most of the people are following the materialism by hook or crook. They want to achieve their goal like that. But once we are fixed to do our activity according to Guru and Krishna's instructions, come what may, whatever may be the struggle, like taking the first chapter of third canto, Srimad Bhagavatam, Vidura is sharing his journey. The whole chapter, third canto, first chapter, if we analyze, Vidura is actually telling how he himself followed the path of Krishna consciousness and the Pandavas also. And finally, by just doing that, they became successful in their life. At the end of that chapter, it is established. So we have to guide our children to see that, how by whole life we have to stick to only that. Then we are going to finally be successful. We should not be attached to the result, and also we should be attached to following the dharma path. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to share some realization. Thank you very much, Prema Bhakti Mataji. My humble obeisances to you and all the Vaishnavas assembled here. Please bless us so that we are able to achieve little bit in our this life, little advancement we make. It is all devotees' blessings only. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you very much for your very important points, like teaching Krishna consciousness to kids from very early age so that they understand the importance. The second point which you said, only by our practicing principle of detachment can we preach it to even our own dear ones, and then walking the path of dharma, which is very difficult from the front point in this age. Thank you, Mataji. We'll see that we try to implement these points in our Krishna consciousness life too. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams.
Hare Krishna, Prem Bhakti Mataji requesting you to please give us your darshan also.
Hare Krishna. We are about to go and sleep. I am not in a position to give darshan. I'm sorry. Not the question. I'm happy to take all of your darshan. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranams.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much, Mukunda Murari Prabhu and Rajeshwari Mataji. It was really a blissful journey to watch your Krishna conscious journey here with a very nice PPT presentation. Hare Krishna. Thanks a lot.
Not bored you.
No, we are excited, bro. We are excited to hear you.
Okay, I should thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Shri Gurudev ki jai. Vancha kalpatarubhasya kripa sindhubhya patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo. Hope to see you, all of you, sometime in Mayapur or Vrindavan. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Bol Prabhuji.
Hare Bol Prabhuji. Meenakshi Mataji, please conclude, Mataji.
Hare Krishna to all the devotees. I hope you all enjoyed this very much enlightening session with Prabhuji and Mataji giving us their valuable feedback and realizations on how to do sadhana and how to lead a very Krishna consciousness life. Hoping to meet you all next week. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranams to all. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranams to all.
Hare Krishna.